simplify each expression. Here I've got 4 minus 3i times 2 plus 5i. And we want to multiply these, so we're just going to distribute everything. So we're going to start with 4 times 2, which is 8. And then we've got 4 times 5i, which is 20i. Then we have negative 3i times 2, which is negative 6i. And then finally we have negative 3i times 5i, which is negative 15i squared. And anytime we see a power on I, we know that we can simplify it. I squared is negative 1. And so this becomes, we've got our 8. We can combine these two things. That's plus 14i. But then this thing right here becomes a positive 15 because I squared is negative 1. So this is now plus 15. And now we can combine the 8 and the 15. 8 plus 15 is 23. So we have 23 plus 14i. For part B, we see that we have something similar, but first I'm going to go ahead and write these square roots of negatives in terms of I. That's a really good practice. Anytime you see a square root of a negative, immediately convert it into i's, because there's some weird things that can happen depending on the situation that are kind of confusing if you don't convert to i's first. So I'm going to go ahead and do that here. There's not much to it. That's just, if you have a square root of a negative, essentially the negative comes out as an I. So this is I times the square root of 2. And then same thing here. We get negative 4 plus this is I times the square root of 2. Okay, and then we're ready to distribute. So 1 times negative 4 is negative 4. And then we have 1 times I root 2, which is just I root 2. And then we have negative I root 2 times negative 4, which is positive 4i root 2. And then finally, we have negative I root 2 times a positive I root 2. That is negative I squared. And then square root of 2 times the square root of 2 is 2. So now we can simplify. What's important to remember here is that I squared is negative 1. So this term as a whole is actually now plus 2. Okay. Combining our negative 4 plus 2, we get negative 2. And then here we can combine these two terms here and notice that this is just I root 2 plus 4 I root 2. That's 5 I root 2. And that's our simplified expression.